Hey everybody, this is Kenny C from Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C, and I'm bringing you an exclusive interview. My guest at this time is a recording artist and a songwriter all the way from Utah. She got some music in the works and will be heard very soon. I am joined with Jami Black. She is joining me right now. Hello, Jami.
Hello, Kenny.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing real good, and thank you so much for taking the time and doing this interview.
Oh, not a problem.
Is this like your first ever radio interview you ever done?
It is, yes.
Well, I'm glad I can be the first. That's something.
Well, thank you. It was my pleasure.
So let's go ahead and get started. Talk a
Okay.
little, talk a little bit about yourself and how did you get started in doing music?
Well, I've pretty much been singing my whole life. Even in kindergarten, I was doing, what's it called, The American Tale. You know, the song on there that Fievel sings with his sister. They had a talent show for our elementary, and my mom says that I won like first prize for the kindergarten sector. So ever since then, that's pretty much all I've ever really wanted to do. I've been singing throughout school, and now mostly lately I've been getting out more in the public eye. And then my friend Tisha, as you know, she's the one that got me into this whole the movie thing. So I have a song that's going to be in a movie. I have Jairus Jr. of Always a Hit Productions in LA is going to be helping me out with a few songs, and yeah. So really, all my life I've been singing with my family and with church and everything. So
And of course, I first heard of you through Tisha Vacuum. She's been a guest on the show multiple times. She is such a sweetheart.
she
Uh,
is.
what was it like working with Tisha? Obviously, y'all two have been friends for quite a while, but what was it like networking business wise?
Oh, it's been excellent. She's on the ball with everything. She gives you good what's the word? Good confidence about yourself. I mean, she tells you straight up how it is. She doesn't beat around the bush. She'll tell you, this is how the industry is. She gets you ready for it, and I really, really have appreciated that. Yeah, we've been friends for, since like 2001, so 11 years now, and it's been fun. We've lost touch for a little bit, but within the last like 7 or 8 years, we've been in contact with each other at least every 6 months, and recently, lately, within the last year or so, it's been pretty much daily, weekly conversations. So she's a great friend and a great marketer, and just a great person all in all.
How would you describe your music?
My music, well, I like to sing anything. I can sing opera, I can sing alternative, I can sing pop, I can sing, like I said, pretty much anything. So I don't know exactly how I would describe it other than with feeling. I just love to sing, and it can really be anything. I can sing in Evanescence, Whitney Houston, those styles. So yeah, I don't really have a particular kind that I sing more than others. I sing country.
And who do you consider as influences in your music career?
Well, I've always looked up to, one big one was Whitney Houston. When I was little, I actually called information for her phone number, and they gave me her phone number back in the day, like back in the late 80s. And I called and talked to her housekeeper. And she was saying that she was overseas seeing someone. I think it had something to do with the little kids in Africa or something, from what I remember. But yeah, I thought that was very cool, and I just always kind of watched their career or her career, and like Mariah Carey and Celine Dion and all the really big voices that I've always aspired for, and they've just kind of inspired me in the sense of helped me get to where I am today in my voice and pushing my voice so that I can do what they do.
One of the biggest stories from 2012 is unfortunately the passing of Whitney.
Right.
What was your reaction to it, and how much an impact you think she has made in music?
Her passing was really kind of hard, but I'm a big fan of Glee, and it never really hit me until they did like the whole excerpt on her. And I mean, it's kind of like there's been a lot of passings of celebrities and everything lately, and when they did a song of hers, the "I Will Always Love You" song on there, I just broke down. She will definitely be missed, and she holds a special place in my heart.
Whitney Houston, without a doubt, will go down as an all-time great. I'm sure a lot of people want to bring up her issues and everything, but when she was on that stage and performed her hit records, I mean, her voice is timeless.
It is.
And it's just voices like that that can never be duplicated. You either have it or you don't. And Whitney most certainly have it. And it's sad that she's no longer with us, but her music will live on forever. And may she rest in peace. Jami, have you had a chance to write any songs, and if so, what inspired you to write your songs?
I do have the song that is going to be in the movie is a song that I wrote. My husband helped me write a little bit of it on the end because I couldn't figure out how to end it. But I got the inspiration from that from, of course, the script for the movie, so it was specifically for the movie. But I've written a lot of could-be songs. I've never really put them to music, but I have a ton of writings, and they usually just come from, what I'm feeling at that time and or what I've gone through. And there's a lot of happy songs and a lot of sad songs and everything. I just need the music to go to it. But yeah, it's usually more of just how I'm feeling at that time and everything. So.
You mentioned some artists a little bit earlier, which kind of leads to my next question. How would you describe music nowadays? Now, a lot has changed. A lot has something to do with record labels and how they want artists to sound like or how they want to express themselves. But what is your take on music nowadays?
Well, I would say it's a lot more emotional. It's definitely more heartfelt. There's, everybody has to connect with the song for it to make sense to them. For instance, the "I Will Always Love You" song from Whitney Houston, yes, it's from, back in the day, but it can always mean something different to someone, depending on what stage of life they're in. But I would say that nowadays there's a lot of, faster paced songs, and a lot more controversy in them. With all the violence that's going on now, they have a ton of songs with, all the violence mentioned in them. Depending on which genre you go through, there's, they mention stuff about that in country music, with Toby Keith's song when the 7/11 or the 9/11 thing happened. He has a lot of America, with great type of songs, and so does a lot of other artists because of that. It's almost like reading the news in your song in a lot of ways because they take what's going on in the world and they put it to music, and a lot of the youth are able to relate more with that, I think, than with the news, so to say. But there's even with the recent shootings and stuff that have been going on, that there's been songs that have been based on some of those, or at least it seems like it with the words and everything that they use. So I guess in that way it would be more of what's going on in the world and, you know, emotions with that, if that makes sense.
Well put. Well put. You being a recording artist and all, you being a singer, you being a songwriter, what do you think that makes a good song? Is it the verses? Is it the bridge? Is it the hook? You being a recording artist, what do you think makes a good song?
I think, well, the beat, really. I mean, if you don't have a good beat, nobody's gonna, you know, want to move to it. Because there's a lot of good lyrics out there, but if they don't have the good music to go behind it, then it doesn't really connect with you. There's, you know, I think it all kind of falls into one big music ball. I don't think there's a really specific thing, because it kind of all has to mesh together. You know what I mean? If you don't have good lyrics, it's going to be hard to have someone like the song. So I don't know. I think it just kind of all meshes together. If it's a song that, you know, speaks to you personally, then I think in a way that's what makes the song, is if it speaks to you. You know, whether it be the music or the lyrics or whatever, I think you can't go without any of it. So yeah, I think it all kind of goes well together. I tried thinking about it another way of putting that, but I just couldn't. I don't think you can have one without the other, and so I think it's the best of all of it.
Have you ever wanted to be a contestant on American Idol?
Yes, I have. I actually tried out a few years ago, but I didn't realize that everybody and their dog was going to be contesting at the same time during the first audition. So I totally biffed it. I tried doing a song that I just wasn't loud enough because I wasn't expecting to have to out-sing everybody around me. And so they couldn't even hear me. But yeah, I've definitely thought about that, but now I'm too old, so I can't really go and try out for that anymore. So
now, was this doing Simon Cowell, or was it even anywhere near the auditions when you tried out?
Yeah, it was while Simon and Paula and Randy were all there together. It was, when was it? I think it was 4 years ago. So it was in 2008 up in Salt Lake at the Delta Center, or I guess now it's the ESA or something like that. But yeah, it was in the you know, where they play basketball. Where they play basketball.
Yeah, the Utah Jazz, yes.
On the gym floor basically. And there was like 12 booths that they were separated just by curtains. And then they had 4 people in each of those booths. And so if you wanted to get through, you had to either make a big fool of yourself or sing extremely loud and, you know, be on tune the whole time. And, I mean, a good handful, I'm sure, got through, but unless you're expecting that, I don't think a lot would have gotten through, because there's no way that I would have thought that, because all the other times that you see on, you know, on the show, they don't show that part. So I was just expecting to go and sing in a room, not in an auditorium type space. So,
you know, I have watched American Idol every now and then, and it seems like nowadays they get too caught up in watching the bloopers, those who don't sing very good or make a fool of themselves. Do you think, you being a contestant that try out, do you think that the American Idol gets a little too caught up on showing the people that make fool of themselves rather than those who actually wants to sing and takes this seriously?
Well, I don't know, because it's an entertaining show, so they kind of have to do that. But, you know, in some cases, yeah, I think they do. Like when the people obviously haven't made it through and they're still recording them as they're going out and they're crying and everything, I think they could lay off a little bit on that. I mean, because there's times when, you know, the camera guy gets punched or whatever, but But as far as the competition goes, I think, you know, if you've seen the show, you know what's going on. You know, odds are that you're going to be recorded whether you like it or not, and you're going to be used. I mean, you have to sign a waiver and everything for that. So I don't think that they overuse it. I don't think they overdo it anyways on the you know, the funny instances or anything. But I think they could, you know, focus more on the ones that are the good ones from the beginning, so that people know who they are. Because otherwise, people are kind of just jumping in, you know, with all the votes and everything, because it's based on American votes. So if they don't show the people from the beginning, those people are going to have a heck of a lot harder time than the people that have been showed at the beginning. Does that make sense?
If people want to make for themselves, that's what reality TV show are for.
Right.
Just leave the American Idol, leave the singing shows to those who want to actually sing.
Right.
And I've checked a lot of episodes, especially the auditions, and some are good, some just in it for show. And then I look at a Jami Black. I check out your YouTube videos. You sing really good, and I look at other people. I'm like, why are they on the show? Why can't we get a Jami Black on the show? We got to get a Jami Black on the show. Give her an opportunity. She wants this. She cares about singing, and she really wants to make this a career. It just seems like too many people wants to make this a hobby, not an actual job. But let me ask you. You're absolutely welcome. If you can work with any artist, who would it be?
Oh, there's so many. I guess the one that's on top of my head is if it was a male singer, it would be Michael Bublé. I love his voice. My daughter would want me to say Justin Bieber. I don't know. There's so many. Like Celine Dion, if she would, that would be awesome. But more, I guess, or of who my voice would mesh well with. So many names going through my head right now. Michael Bolton, I love his voice. I know this is, you know, might be shocking to some, but Boyz II Men, I mean, not Boyz II Men, sorry, they're good too. But Backstreet Boys, I love their voices, and they were some of my favorites growing up. Like female artists, I would love to sing a duet with like Faith Hill or Reba McEntire or Kelly Clarkson, Katy Perry maybe. Really, there's so many. I couldn't choose just one. There's Lady Antebellum. I actually won a contest doing a rewrite of their chorus in February here, so that would be cool. But yeah, there's a lot that would be great to sing with. Carrie Underwood, I'd love to sing with her. Yeah, there's like I said, there's a lot.
That's quite a dream list you got there. And there's a variety of them. I like Boyz II Men myself.
I do too.
So, how can people? Well, I know you don't have a lot of songs at the moment, but you do have a YouTube account when you sing covers of other people's songs. How can people listen to your covers, and go ahead and promote your links for Facebook, Twitter, or any other link that people need to know?
Okay, my Twitter account is BlackMama81, but it's spelled differently, so it's B like boy, LAQUEMAMA, so Black Mama, and then 81. And then my YouTube is youtube.com/BlackMama, spelled the same way, so BLAQUEMAMA. And, you know, go watch my videos. There's some of me reading books, too, so I do voices. So on there for my kids to watch, so it was funny. But yeah, so those are them.
And my last question for you is, if you can give anyone advice on wanting to be a music artist, what would your advice be?
If you really want it, I mean, you can't just kind of want it. You have to really want it. And if you really want it, you just have to keep trying. You have to put yourself out there in the public, you know, so that people can actually see you, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube or in your community. They always have something going on in a community. And if they don't in your community, if you're in a small community and there's just nothing going on, you know, go to the Chamber of Commerce. Go somewhere where you can ask them if you can start performing on, you know, the street or whatever, if that's what your passion is. You know, try out for The Voice. Try out for all these things. You can try out for a lot of these things nowadays online. And, you know, go to auditions. If you have that ability, go to it. You know, set up a fundraiser if you need funds to go and do that kind of thing. Ask your friends for help. Ask your family for help. If they know that you can make it, if they have faith in you, you know, have them help you. Because it's going to be a journey, but it'll be worth it in the end.
Everybody be on the lookout for Jami Black. She'll have some original songs coming soon. Always a hit production. She's working with them. I'm looking forward to hearing your original music, and but for the time being, you all can check out her covers of songs on the YouTube for more info. Before I let you go, Jami, before we end this interview, I'll ask all guests to do this. It's like a station ID. It's like a voice drop. All you have to do is say your name. And right after you say your name, you say you are chilling with Jeff and Kenny C.
My name is Jami Black, and I'm chilling with Jeff and Kenny C.
Thank you so much for your time, Jami. I also want to give a shout out to Tisha Vacuum. Always a great person, great human being. And again, you're very humble, very likable, and I wish you nothing but success. And let me know when you get those original songs, and I'll be more than happy to play them on my live shows.
All right, will do.
And do you have any final words and shout-outs?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to my husband, Jeremy. He's been a great support, and to my whole family, the Malin family, here in Utah and anywhere else they are, and the Black family. They've been awesome support too, with everything. So, shout out!
All the way from Utah is Jami Black. Be on the lookout for her. She's coming. And thank you everyone for listening, and this will conclude the interview.
All right, thanks.